episode of The It Factor. As always, I'm your host, Jeremy Robinson, and today we have someone special. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Kiara Randolph.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So with that, how are you doing mentally, physically, emotionally?
Mentally, I think I could do better.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm working on it every day. Physically, I feel amazing. Emotionally, I feel pretty good right now in this present moment. But yeah.
That's good. That's good. Now I think I like to ask that question because a lot of times people go through our life. We go throughout these weeks and time, and people don't ask that. Like it's a simple ask, but like a lot of people don't ask it or see how you feel. And before I jump into something and ask you all these amazing questions, it's like, hey, let me get a feel for how you are and make sure we good to go. So in that, I will also say, what led you to wanting to major in exercise science? How long have you wanted to do and be in the career field that you are in?
Okay, so I think what started it was I've always been an athlete my entire life, and I got injured when I was like in 7th grade. I was like 13 years old, and I went to the doctor. They prescribed me they referred me to go to physical therapy, and I was like, what is physical therapy? So I get there, and I think it was just the way that the physical therapist just kind of like poured into me, because a lot of people don't realize that like PT is not only just like rehab, like get you in, get you out. Like that's your therapist. Like you can talk to them, be close with them, open up to them like they are another person to be there for you while you're going through like this rough time. Because for a lot of people, they're in PT for years sometimes after a car wreck, whatever. So I think just her having like that positive, what's the word I'm looking for? Positive.
Positive attitude.
What's the word I'm looking for? Impact.
Okay.
Positive impact on my life. It really made me do my research into physical therapy, and I was like, okay, I really want to do this. And so then I realized like, okay, I have to do exercise science to get to PT. So I really wanted to do this since I was like 13. Like I've had my doubts along the way in the last 10 years. But I kept telling myself like, no, this is what my childhood self wanted me to do. And I think that this is like, I think I was like made to do it in a way,
That's amazing. And I can say, so I have a friend that works occupational therapy. We play sports together, play football together, and he actually got hurt too. And he was always like, man, I always want to be able to help people, bro, as he was dealing with the injury. And I'm like, yeah, how you going to do it? And he was like, hey, man, I'm going to be, like Heath, we had a physical therapist that was on the team, and he was able to like pick his brain, talk to him and stuff. And I feel like you said, with your injury, being able to talk to your therapist, I feel like it buys you into the person that you're talking to. Like it says, okay, this is a field that you do. This is something I would like to do. Now, how could I do it? So to go into exercise science, how do you see yourself now? Like, okay, man, like I'm walking the road of, I want to go get my PhD, but your day-to-day job, how's it preparing you for making that transition to go to school? Would you be going to school full-time too?
Yes, I will. It's tough. Okay, so yeah, I'll be going to school full-time, and I'll still be working full-time. But the job that I have now, I work as a rehab aide, so I'm not even like a PTA, not a PT. I'm an assistant to the PT. So it's a lot of just like many little tasks. Like whatever they need done, I do it. Like whatever it possibly is, like bottom of the totem pole task, I do that.
Oh, man.
But like that sounds awful, but like at the end of the day, I work with a lot of patients.
Yeah.
So there's certain patients that like I've really grown over time to just get close with and like learn like their whole life story, because they've been there for years. So I don't know if that really like answered your question.
No, it does.
Like, cause anything you think I do.
Yeah, that's kind of how he is. Like I could call him on lunch break or something, or he'd be like, bro, I'm about to get back with you because so-and-so came in, and now he's been there so long that he knows the patients and he able to work with us. I know that same thing fall with you, but he does everything.
Yeah.
Like from somebody coming in there from a car accident to working with kids, he like does everything. So I would say to you, thank you for what you do, because to help other people, I feel like it takes a special person to be able to do that. And I know that in this school search, you know, I know it's gonna be hard, but like, do you have any schools you want to go to, or anything you're looking towards, or like?
And I felt like you was gonna ask me that, and I was prepared to not say anything about it because I'm so big on not spoiling my plans.
You want to keep it to yourself.
Yeah,
I got you.
My thing is like, it's not that I'm gonna fail. I'm not gonna fail. I'm gonna get into school, but like, what if I'm over here saying like, oh yeah, I'm about to go to Park Atlanta, I'm about to go to Spelman, and I don't get in.
Yes.
Like,
I'm with you.
So
I'm with you.
We will celebrate when I get that acceptance letter.
I got you.
But for now, I have a lot of different schools that I'm trying to apply to. The biggest one is an online school. So it's somewhere in Ohio, up north. I can guess. But yeah, that's the goal right there.
That's what's up. So once you do get that PhD, now we on the good end of it. You graduated and everything.
Exactly.
What we doing? What's the plan?
The plan is to. Well, first of all, let me go back. So to piggyback off of the very first question you asked me. Another reason why I do it is because there's not that many African Americans in PT.
Right.
So, when I get into physical therapy, I really want to make sure that I'm joining an organization, a clinic that full of people that look like me. And that's another reason why I moved down to Atlanta too, because I knew that there were going to be so many positive influences of like Black, female, or just like women of color physical therapists down here. So the goal is I'm just going to work somewhere that I feel like I fit in, I'm comfortable with, whatever. But then also one day I want to start my own clinic. I want to start my own business. And I want it to be catered towards, honestly, I don't know if I want it to be athletes or the geriatric population. Because for the longest I was like, oh, only pediatrics. I only want kids. I did a little, I did a work job, whatever, side job, working in pediatrics. It was not my thing. So I'm glad that I put myself out there to see like, okay, this is not what I want to do. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
I understand that though. I like that. So you gonna work somewhere and then go and make that transition to opening your own clinic.
Yes, yeah, that's the plan. Cause I mean, I don't want to work for someone forever. Cliche, but it's like I really don't. Like I believe that I'm a great leader, and I feel like I'd be kind of wasting my talents if I didn't start my own business. Like I know I can do it, so why not do it? You know?
Yeah, definitely. And every doctor I know, and I'm gonna give you some good juju coming your way. Every doctor that built the show, they had their own practice now.
Really?
They all do their own thing. Like some of them were either coming out of school and going to work for someone, or some of them was already working in the field, and a lot of them had their own practice now.
Solid.
So
I'm the
let
next
that
one.
rub off on you next.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And either if they not, they on the road to having that, because I feel like everybody deserves to have that to themselves.
Yeah.
And especially with all that school that y'all have to go to. It's a lot of school.
Yeah, it is.
So and I say, what is your it factor? Why you do what you do?
My it factor. I never thought about that. Why, in terms of physical therapy, or just like in terms of everything?
Likewise, anything.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna get real deep on you. So, I'm a very spiritual person. I'm a religious person as well. Let me state that first. I am a Christian, and I've always felt as if the thing that I was passionate about just so happened to also be the thing that God has placed me to do on this earth, my purpose. So when I'm helping people at work, I may not get paid the most. I may not have I don't have the highest position in that clinic. I have the lowest position in that whole entire clinic. So I do it I do it honestly because it's like I really love what I do. Like I genuinely love to help people. Like no matter who is, like these old people, they'll cuss you out sometimes. Like they'll be mean to you, rude to you, and it's like it sounds weird, but I get a high off of it because it's like in my mind I think of it as like this is my task. For the next 6 weeks, I'm gonna make them laugh. I'm gonna make them have fun. I'm gonna help them to see the brighter side of the situation, because a lot of old people give up because they're like, oh, I'm old. Why am I here? I'm not going to get better. I'm not going to be how I was when I'm 18, 20. No, probably not. But I'm going to get you to how you were before you even got here.
Right.
Before the accident, before the fall, before the whatever. And I find joy in genuinely being a part of someone's journey, because I know how it feels to be alone on a tough journey, whether it be physically, mentally, spiritually. And so I think that God has built me up to be able to, everything that I've gone through, honestly, I feel like it was to build me up to be here in this position, this moment right now, to help this person and be strong enough for that, you know?
Gotcha.
So that is why I do what I do.
I like that. I'll also say, outside of the medical field, outside of, being in PT, getting your PhD, who are you? And like, what's some things that you like to do outside of that?
I am, like I said, I'm a Christian. I am a runner. I am a athlete, an artist, a writer. I used to sing, but if you don't use it, you lose it. So I can't really. I'm kind of rusty. So I used to sing. I like to dance. I'm a dancer. I'm an artistic person. I love to express myself no matter what it is. I don't gotta be good at it. I just like to just do it if I can.
Man, that's what's up.
What about you?
I like to do a lot of things. Like, of course, I'm an engineer. I do the day throughout the week because it's what I went to school for.
Right.
But like, I like to help people. I like to do stuff like this. I'm an author. Just wrote my second book. But like, the biggest thing is I just like getting with my people. Being a family man. Of course, I'm a husband now. So it's just different things that I just like to see my people come up.
Yeah.
And get to do the amazing things that I get to see them do. It, like you said, helping other people at your job give you a high. Yeah. Like, even seeing my boy come in here after he worked today and being able to record a podcast, and that's mine, it makes me happy because he get to use his talent and get better at it by helping me, so that's what I like to do.
Right.
Definitely.
So you think that you're a people person for sure?
Yeah.
Like you like being around people? So you're an extrovert?
Sometimes when I have to be, but a lot of times I try to tell myself that, like, I'm not, like, I like to be alone a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
I think a lot of stuff happened, like, I was a whole athlete, done stuff, been in college, I'm Greek, so, like, a lot of times people think that, and you do a podcast, like, oh yeah, he love to talk this on, so, but it be times where I be like, not fearful, but I'm more like, let me just chill real quick,
Yeah.
And I have a lot of friends that like to be to themselves.
Yeah, you get burnt out to a certain extent, because, like, just being around people all day, you love it, but sometimes I don't want to always hear my name being called. I just want to go to bed. I just want to be alone. I get that.
Definitely. And that even leads to my next question. What is something that in this world that you would like to see change? Anything.
I was thinking about this on the way here. A lot of things, honestly. The economy.
Definitely.
People being more kind to each other. People understanding that we make things a lot harder than it has to be. Understanding that really just those, what did I say, 2 or 3 things, I really hate how, like, there's people who are struggling, but then there's people who have all this money. I'm not even mad at the people who have money, but I'm more so mad at the system that has been, like, that we've been put in. Like, it's just it's not fair, but, like, I'm not gonna get into that.
But I would say, I'll piggyback off that and say, it's not even kill. Like, certain things that, like you said, I ain't mad at people like they got more money or anything like that. But it is, the older you get, the more you start to realize, like, man, this really ain't set up right. Like, it ain't even just racism. It ain't just the normal things that we think that's a problem. It's a bigger issue to it. It's like, we go to school, we bust our tail. Like, if you go to school, like most people I know graduated from school, I feel like that should be, if you went to college, they should give you a free home or something. And I ain't saying you gotta give me something, but I'm saying like I did something, like I did a service to like not only to my family, but I did it to the world. So like, why you can't at least help me out with something? Like, give me an incentive or something, you know? And I feel like people will go back and see, oh, that's a helping hand, but it's like, nah, there's some people that luck up and become millionaires like that, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't even need $1 million. Like, if I had my own home, like I'm a homeowner now, but imagine if I was able to get a free home, and you're able to help your family out or rent it out or do different things like that. That's even what you're saying. You want to go and open your own practice. You could use that home, the equity that comes in that home, you know, go out and open that practice like that. You don't need all that help. It won't get you in so much debt. And that's a conversation for another day. But I feel like we could be set up so much differently than how it is now.
Right. And it's like, I'm not even saying like, oh, everybody should be rich. Everybody should just be able to afford comfortability. Like there's so many people who aren't comfortable. And it's like, people just want to be able to afford groceries, maybe go to school. Like, not everything should have to be a luxury for middle to lower class people. Like, it's just, the whole system just messed up. Like,
it's messed up that trips is a luxury. But anyway, I would say, you know, before we do close out, what are some of your ultimate life goals? It can be work, it can be related to your life or anything.
In terms of like just everything, like
anything, even if it's just one.
My life goal is to be more kind to my family, my community, my future spouse. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all my friends. I suck at relationships. I suck at it because it's like, so I mean, I have a lot of friends, but they accept that one little, you know, quirk about me. The thing is that I can sometimes be very inconsiderate because it's like I give my all to people all day, and then I come home and I have nothing left to give to people who actually need me.
Definitely.
To my family, to my friends, and it's like, so I'm trying to learn right now how to balance my career and my personal life, because like I have nothing to give to the people that need me and want me to be there. So that is a life goal of mine, to learn the balance between that. Obviously have my own business one day, build jobs for other people. Just be happy. I'm a very happy person, but I just, you know, I can always strive to for more, you know?
I like that. And I also say, before we do close, I have one more question. You know, relationships are tough, and that's not just even being with my spouse. It's even being with friends. The older you get again, it gets harder to even get this together. Like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and this is how it's gonna happen. You know, people may get busy and not trying to get mad at the person, but work does take a lot out of us. That's why I do things like this, and I tell my wife all the time, like, work is only temporary, because I want to get to where I can have more time for Jeremy and us. Like, I ain't building somebody else's plan. It's burning me out, like mentally and physically, to where I'm like, I don't even want to do this no more.
Right.
You know, so I do want to be able to give time to my people, and not that time don't get to where I'm 50 years old and that's when I'm able to give you time. You know, as I'm running out of time.
Right.
Like,
you're tired, definitely.
Definitely. So with that, would you happen to have any questions for me?
What is your it factor?
My it factor is, like I said earlier, it grows on me every time. I'm a Christian myself, and like every time I have tried to take a break or walk away, and he can be attest to this, I always be like, oh, I got this idea, are we gonna do this? Because it's not only for me. At first it was like, oh, I'm gonna interview this big name person, I'm gonna do this, and this how it's gonna happen. And it was like a lot of ego driven to it. Be honest, I'm just gonna be honest. By the while, like that worked for a little while. By the while, once I prayed on it and put the real work into it, where I was like, I can really get people's stories and tell the truth behind how my people, how they come up. That's how I should do it, you know. And I feel like in that, it helps me to find out what my it factor is, and it's just to help people genuinely. Like, and shine that light on people that not only are big name people, but people that trying to get into an industry, people that's trying to learn something new, people that's trying to make change. What you're doing every day is making change. So why not tell your story? Why is your story not being told? So I feel like that's another thing, and I feel like I'll be blessed through that. Because every time I try to walk away or do something, or I'm going to take a break, it's like God always pull me back, like, hey, nah, this is what I want you to do. This is your path, like, you know. And I feel like every time I do this, it's like a brighter light shine in me. They be like, okay, I'm reaching out to the next person, or hey, I'm gonna hit up AA Run, my boy Rick, and be like, look, man, this is what we gonna pull together and do. You know, let's see how we can do this. And at first, I was like, I'm gonna see these guys probably don't like it, but I tell you what, I know I had good friends and a good support because I know that at the end of the day, they always got my back, and we always trying to get the same. We trying to get to the same place. You know, nobody ain't in no rush. We trying to be like, okay, let's see how we can do this. And I feel like at the end of the day, we just able to get the shirt off each other back.
Right.
So that's how I feel. I just love helping people and telling their stories. Definitely.
I feel it.
Definitely.
All right.
So that's it, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hey.